Well, a northern musician and photographer is out to show the world that great art can come from anywhere, including his own hometown of Flin, Flon. CC Trubiak was born and raised in Flin, Flon and up until recently living in Ottawa. His background is in social work, but these days it's his art that's getting attention. In 2011, he created a self-published book of photographic portraits called Hail the Narcissist. And later this month, CC is releasing his second full-length CD of original songs called Tiny Army. We reached CC Trubiak in Flin, Flon. Good morning.
Good morning.
And congratulations on the new record.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, you've taken quite a route from Flin, Flon and back again. What's turned you on to songwriting, and really, how did you come to it?
Well, that's a good question. Music has always sort of been my first love. So even from back when I was a kid, stomping around in Flin Flon here, I was always kind of singing music and playing records and getting involved with school productions that allowed me to sing. And but in terms of recording and public performances, I suppose that all really started sort of around 2002 when I bought my first guitar and tried songwriting. Before that, I was mostly just sticking to writing poems and thoughts in my journals and whatnot.
And is there something about songwriting in particular that maybe gives you an opportunity to express yourself in a way you wouldn't be able to?
Absolutely. I mean, I always sort of gravitated in the music that I loved towards singer-songwriter style music, Joni Mitchell, Neil Young, and all the greats that kind of had this ability to say stuff that was really important yet pure and authentic. And I guess that's what I love about the opportunity to write songs myself, is just a chance to sort of say what might not come easily in a conversation or in any kind of communication with another person.
Mm-hmm. I know some of those songs, just listening to your new CD, kind of dark, brooding at times. How do you feel about the kind of music you write?
Well, I would not have myself believing that I'm any kind of prolific songwriter in any sense. When it comes down to it, I'm a pretty basic and simple person, and all I know how to do is kind of speak from the heart, and then having that opportunity to set it to, melodies and have other musicians or singers kind of come in and support me. For me, that's the real juice. That's the real fun stuff, where it kind of starts growing and taking on more meaning once I can start connecting with other people. And then getting to sing other people's songs, as there are songs, quite a few songs on the new album that are actually written by some phenomenal folks that I know. I am a solo artist, but I could never do it really without anybody else.
Yeah. Now, have you been able to find people like that in Flin Flon since you've moved back home?
Flin Flon is rich with talented musicians and artists. That actually floored me when I first moved here. I joke about this a lot, and it's not really a secret that when I moved here, I really honestly thought that I'd be getting off the grid, so to speak. I packed my guitar, and I brought all my my backpack of clothing, and I was living with my mom and thinking my life is now going to be a mental health worker, coming home but no, within a week I was connecting with old friends back here that do play and are very integrated in the community and share their musical gifts with people. And then before I knew it, it just kind of snowballed. Invitations to play here and opportunities to jam there. And to tell you the truth, I've been thriving in that sense. I've never played more or pushed myself more than I have in this time in Flin Flon.
Well, seeing as how you are back in Flin Flon, you've released this new CD. Is that going to make it any easier to maybe promote it, or really, what are your hopes for it?
Well, having this album to share with the community is a blessing, because people seem to want to hear music, and I'm happy just to have something that I can kind of give to the community in that sense. And in terms of the bigger picture, I mean, I often do get the question, where am I hoping that my music will take me? And I suppose the first thing I think of is a line from an old Buck Owens song where he says, "I ain't trying to be nobody, I just want a chance to be myself." And this is truly sort of the best way I can sum up how I feel on that score. I mean, I don't have any grand illusions of becoming, the next Taylor Swift. I'm a pretty fulfilled person in terms of having a full life with family and my partner and the connections in the community, but I'm a dreamer too, and I'd be kidding if I didn't say that I'd really love to have a manager and a band of folks who love what it is that I have to offer musically so much that they'd want to stand behind me in that vision. And so, but the realist in me keeps me committed to my other responsibilities too, namely my relationship and my family, my community, and my security. So
yeah, you're well grounded.
Yeah, this is why I continue to stay in mental health as opposed to maybe putting all my eggs into the indie artist kind of basket, because I love helping people and helping people tap into their resilience and their capacity to grow. And I guess I just sort of see that being in mental health as well as being a musician, they're both fantastic opportunities to do that.
All right. Well, CC Trubiak, thanks so much for sharing that with us, and we appreciate your time, and good luck with the new record.
Thank you.
That is Flin Flon-based singer-songwriter and photographer CC Trubiak. His new record, Tiny Army, officially gets released on December the 17th. You can actually download a track from iTunes right now. We've got an advance copy in our studio. Here is CC Trubiak with Sunrise.